Welcome to Green Ball Extra. We have with us today Island Wolves captain Harry Tector. Welcome, Harry.
Hi, Craig. Thanks for having me on.
After a tough tour of the senior side to the UAE in January, you must be pleased to heading off again and getting some cricket under your belt.
Yeah. I mean, it was a tough tour. Results wise, it didn't go anywhere near the way we would have liked it to have gone. But the tour itself wasn't that difficult. Well, I didn't find it that difficult anyway. So definitely, yeah, looking forward to getting out to Bangladesh now, and hopefully everyone gets through the isolation period. Great, and then looking forward to hitting the ground running before the first 4-day game.
And it's a pretty strong Wolves squad's been named, but still, in fairness, a squad that's relatively limited experience in this part of the world. I mean, how important is it a cricketer to get out of your home environment and experience different conditions?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, I think it's so important, particularly with the amount of cricket that we do play, the senior team, especially in Asia, so having tours like this for the Wolves, for guys who are hopefully going to be playing for Ireland for years to come is massively important, and to gain experience in, all three formats of the game out in that part of the world, which will be alien for a lot of us, is crucial. Even the T20s are massive, with the T20 World Cup coming up in India. So to get experience playing, on similar enough pitches, it's vitally important.
And speaking of Bangladesh, I mean, what do we expect of the opposition?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen their squad. I know it's published, but I haven't seen it yet. But I expect them to be very good. I'd say, thinking about it, I'd say they'll have quite a few players from their under-19 World Cup winning side. I'd expect to see a few of them in there. So any under-19 team that's won a World Cup will have lots of talented cricketers, and I no doubt they'll be the exact same. And then just from playing Bangladesh in the past, and Bangladesh in the past, I think can expect just a lot of good spinners, lovely batsmen, and decent bowlers, but nothing that we can't handle. And I know the lads are looking forward to getting started out there.
And it's a month-long tour, and it's 8 matches, a multi-format series. I mean, how important is it for a tour like this to get off to a good start and build momentum?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point. We want to make sure that we start the tour well, and I think a lot of the guys on this trip will have experienced Sri Lanka 2 years ago, 2019, January 2019. So that was a similar type of tour, lots of games and not a massive period of time. So I think building momentum and starting the tour well will help massively. So hopefully putting up a good showing early on in the 4-day game, and then hitting the ground running with the 50 over games. Hopefully get a win early to keep us in the series, and look to push on from there, and hopefully win those white ball series. As the Wolves, we have a good record over the last 18 months. So that's something we're looking to keep working on and keep it going.
Stuart Barnes, the assistant coach, had time out there in Bangladesh coaching the Bangladesh A side. How valuable will it be to have his experience to call upon?
Yeah, I think that'll be extremely valuable, to have someone who's lived there. He's been at every ground there. He'll know their opposition inside out. He'll know the pitches, the grounds inside out. So to have that sort of, to have that vast amount of information on hand and in our camp is massively important. And I think, hopefully that gives us a little advantage going into these games, so I'm just sure all the lads will be tapping up Barnesy and asking them for tips and questions about how this might play or how he might bat or whatnot. So I'm sure once we get out there, and even before Barnesy, I know has been on to a lot of the bowlers talking about plans and trying to get everyone ready for this first 4-day game. So having Barnesy on our side of the camp is great, and it's a massive addition for us.
Bangladesh being very spin-friendly conditions, and in the last ODI we saw your arrival at the crease for the first time. We're going to see more Harry Tector at the spin crease.
Hopefully. I really enjoyed bowling in the UAE. I spent a lot of time in the nets bowling, and to get a bowl was actually really exciting, although I was quite nervous. So yeah, hopefully now I've been working hard on my bowling, so hopefully that pays dividends when we get out here in Bangladesh. So hopefully can get a few overs under the belt. I find it quite hard bowling myself at times when I'm captain, so that's probably something I'm going to have to get over. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it now, and I'm enjoying it as well, which is good.
Last time we spoke, you said your goal is to get 1 international wicket. Well, you've ticked that box.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
many more to go.
Hopefully.
And finally, what to your mind would constitute a successful tour?
I think there's a couple answers to that question, just because the Wolves is quite multifaceted in the way of, primarily it's there to prepare guys for international cricket. So us even just being there and experiencing those games is so important. So but a successful tour, I mean, ideally, we're winning a good few games, and we went to Sri Lanka and we didn't win a game from memory. So I'd like to change that, because that was a very difficult tour. Not winning can really demoralize a squad. And so hopefully we have a tour more like the one to South Africa there last year, where we won a series and we played well, and the squad was happy. So a successful tour, everyone improving, everyone learning, but also getting a few wins for morale and for confidence of lads, so everyone can go out and play their game, play with freedom, and if everyone does that, that will contribute to wins, which would be fantastic. Yeah,
fantastic. Well, best of luck for the series ahead, Harry, and go well, and we look forward to following your travails over in Bangladesh.
Thanks very much, Craig. Thanks for having me. Difficult and what he's found successful, and he's said it, like, it's not easy to sorry, I spilled some water. It's